incredible.
Thanks.
You are so well. You work very hard, don't you? I can tell. Isn't it worth it to work hard for things?
Yes.
Like, it definitely is. I am so proud of you for that. This piece is not easy, and you played it smoother than anybody that's played it all the last 2 days, which is not easy to do. So I'm very, very, very proud of you for doing that. I love your sound. I love your technique. I love your fingers. I love everything that you're doing. Okay? What was the hardest thing for you that you had to overcome?
I think it was probably like maybe dynamics or trying to get softer, and then maybe it was like the in between the slurs, maybe notes.
It's kind of tricky there, yeah. Well, you did a great job on it. That's really cool. So I'm proud of you for pushing through on that. Do you take saxophone lessons? You do? Oh my gosh, that's incredible. That's awesome. Well, I tell you, if you ever can, my parents could never do it, but if you ever could take them, some people think, well, only kids that are really bad should take lessons. It's kind of like, yes, they need that, but the kids that are really good are the ones that need it the most, because you're a hard worker. You have natural talent, there's no doubt in my mind, but you work on it. You know what I mean? There's a difference between just being good and like working to continue that, and I can tell that you work. There's a huge difference. And so when you have a private teacher, it allows you to be challenged more and to do cooler things. You know what I mean? And it'll take you farther faster than you can by yourself, okay? But like, you're incredible. Like, you're doing such a great job. Okay, so one of the things that I want to talk about, and you did it half the time, which was super cool. I want to talk about the musical phrasing a little bit and kind of planning our breathing and kind of having a rule. Okay, so for example, look back at measure 17. Okay, so the breath marks tell you that the sentence has a break in it in measure 22, right? You see that? I want you, and I really truly believe that you can, because you've done it so many other times. It's the same rhythm as the beginning, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3. And you took a big old honking breath there. You don't need that. Okay? So every time you have those 4 measure phrases, we have a new rule in the center of it. After measure 2, in between 2 and 3, we can never take a breath. And in fact, like, even when you're not taking a breath, I want you to add another concept. I want you to push that last note into the next measure. I want you to almost do a tiny crescendo. So instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, I want you to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. Like, let it bounce you up to that. Does it make sense? Can you try that? If you mess it up, it's fine, because we're doing something different. But try 17 for me real quick. Try it again, and take a breath before you play. Yeah, and you're almost there. You see how it almost has like a little break? I want you, and when you have 8 notes, I want you to push those more. Get a little bit stronger. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, then I have arrived, and then it comes back down. Does that make sense? So I want it to go like this. Try it. Isn't that more fun? Yes, that was so good. And to me it goes, oh, so expressive. It was so good. I want you to think about it that way. And then, like, we just did a 4 measure phrase, but there are 8 measure phrases. There are 12 measure phrases. So identifying that in the music, like, and some people say, well, you have to wait until you know the notes and rhythms. No, you don't. Because if you just practice the notes and rhythms and you don't practice not having those breaks, you'll form bad habits. So I always play the 2+1 game when I'm working on my phrasing. I will take the 4 measure phrase and I will practice it in 2 measures plus 1 note. Okay? Because it's going to force you to add that last note in measure or that first note in measure 3 and not decay the intensity. Does that make sense? I know it's really big words, but you're good enough to talk about that kind of stuff. Okay? So I want you to be picky. Okay? And I want you to continue to do that. You're doing a great job. I'm very proud of you. You should take him out to breakfast. He gets pancakes.
Yes.
Chocolate chips.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you for the advice too.
Oh, you're welcome.